Hey, what's up, you guys? For those of you that are new to my channel, I am Bianca Nicole and welcome. I wanted to do a video today on a question that I get asked quite frequently, and it's starting to get really annoying, but at the same time I do understand why people ask this question. But that question is, why are you single? I have some good answers for that, okay? And I will explain them in just a moment. But let's start with the simple fact that in today's society, with social media as big as it is really hard to remain single, considering the fact that everybody seems to be in a happy relationship, a healthy relationship. They got money together, they're traveling, everyone's happy, everyone's engaged, everyone's getting married, everyone's having babies. It's like everyone's just so happy, right? Or so it seems. So I do understand that people can post what they want on social media. They can post what they want you to see, what they want you to think about them, and how they want to be perceived. I get that. I do understand that behind every post, it's not always truth. But at the same time, for a single person, it is really hard to go online and see like all these women that are pregnant and getting engaged and married and living in this beautiful house and taking vacations with their lover and just like everything that people post nowadays. It is really extremely hard to sit there as a single woman who wants all those things and to what seems like watch everybody else get them, okay? But I'm going to answer the question as to why I am single, why I have remained single, and why I will remain single until I find the one, okay? So the reason number one that I am single is because unfortunately I have an unhealthy attraction issue where I attract emotionally unstable and emotionally unavailable men, where it'll be one extreme. For example, I've dated men that were emotionally unstable where they would flip out, they would lose it, get caught up in their emotions. I've been in unhealthy, abusive, verbally, mentally, and a little physically abusive relationships where I've been choked. I've had air let out of my tires. You name it. I've had those things happen to me with emotionally unstable men. And then I've had the whole other extreme of emotionally unavailable men where you try to communicate with them and it's like talking to a wall where they're not giving you anything back. And it's like, okay, so are we adults? Are we going to communicate? What's the issue? And I've come to the determination that I need an alpha male. I can't have an emotionally over emotionally man, and I can't have someone who gives no fucks either. So I need someone who is, one, able to put me in my place when needed respectfully. I need someone who is going to not be petty and be childish and ignore or say hurtful things and lash out, or someone who's going to threaten themselves or me. Like, I need someone who has their mind stable. Like, I need their emotions to be stable. Unfortunately, I get hit on by a lot of younger men. Fortunately, I do look younger than my age, but that has its ups and downs due to the simple fact that I do get approached by younger men all the time, and it's really annoying because after like talking to them and I'm like, wait, how old are you? And they're like 23, 25. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? I don't want no 20 something year old. I think for me, I need like a 35 and above. I might, give or take a couple of years, but I need somebody who is on the same level as me and ready for the same things that I'm ready for. I don't have time for these little games anymore. So unfortunately, these little boys keep stepping to me because of the way I look, the age I look, and I'm like, no, baby, no, I'm not 23. I feel like, what am I putting out there to have these youngins keep stepping to me? Like, what vibes am I putting out there? And I start to question myself because I'm like, okay, clearly I need to work on what vibes I'm putting out there. Sorry, I started thinking about Dumb and Dumber, like, put up the vibes.
Hang by the bar. Put out the vibe. Okay.
Trying to work on like what I am putting out to the universe because I feel like I keep getting I keep attracting the wrong type of men. Another reason why I would say that I'm single is because I have trust issues. I definitely don't bring old baggage into new relationships, but I will say that I am a little bit guarded when it comes to certain things. Obviously, when you first meet someone, you shouldn't give them all of your trust because they have to earn it. But at the same time, if I see red flags or something that was done to me in a previous relationship, I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. And I feel like I have dealt with like nothing but liars, cheaters, men who lie about like major things and petty things. And I just, to me, if once you break that trust, I feel like there's nothing we can do, because trust is one of the key factors in a healthy relationship. And if I don't trust you, baby, no thank you, it's not going to work. Okay, so because of those trust issues, I feel like I am working on some things while I'm single, so that way when I do decide to get into another relationship, I won't have those trust issues take over and control me while in that relationship. While being single, I have been able to focus on myself. When I'm in a relationship, I give 150%. Like, I'm in it 100%, okay? And I love hard. So I'm all about my man. Now, don't get me wrong, I do still have my own life. I still, you know, have my own friends and do my own thing. But I start to go into we mode. We should do this. We can do this. This will be great for us. It's a us and a we, because that's just the type of person I am. When I'm with someone, when I love someone, when I want to be with someone, I start to think about how we can merge our lives together, because that's what you do in a relationship, right? The unfortunate thing is that I've never had that reciprocated to me. I'm always about us. I'm always about we. But the men that I have allowed in my life to be my man, to play that role that they were so undeserving of, they were all about him. They were all about themselves. I, not a us, not a we, them. And it is so hurtful. It is so hurtful to be such a giving woman and a selfless woman and to have a selfish ass man. I can't be with somebody who's going to take and not reciprocate what I'm giving them. I have taken care of grown ass men. Now, this was, years ago in my early 20s, so I would never do that again. But I have taken care of a grown ass man because I'm that type of girl. Like, babe, I'm down. I got you. You need this? I got you. If I have it, you got it. It's ours. But it was never reciprocated. It was, they would take and they would drain me in my energy, and it was so negative. I have taken men out to eat. And it's not about money. It's more so about the fact that I'm such a giver, and all they were doing was taking and sucking me dry. These vampires that I was, like dating, they were just sucking me dry. And so I will never date another man that only wants to take and doesn't have anything to offer. And when I say offer, I am not talking about money. I'm not talking about anything that is materialistic. I'm not talking about gifts. I'm not talking about anything other than being able to feed my soul and feed my soul the same positive energy that I'm giving to you. Someone that's going to motivate me and try to bring out the best in me, just like I'm trying to bring out in him. I'm the type that would be like, babe, you got this. This happened today. Talk to me. Tell me what happened. Tell me how your day is. That happened? Man, fuck them. They don't deserve you anyway. You're better than, like, I'm that type of woman. I am in your ride or die. I'm in your corner, and I accept that, and expect that in return. But I wasn't always getting that. I was getting like men who were like insecure, so they wanted to, instead of feed positive energy into me, they wanted to feed negativity into me, because they were so insecure about themselves that they wanted me to be insecure about myself. And I will never be in another relationship like that. I need to be in a healthy relationship that's a giving relationship, that's a two-way street, and it's a take and give, not a take and Bianca gives. You know what I'm saying? I will never put myself in that situation ever again, because that's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be two people who genuinely care for each other, giving and pouring into each other, so that way they can both be the best that they can be while with each other. Not only am I focused on myself and getting my goals together right now, because the unhealthy relationships that I had in the past would never allow me to do that, but also because, like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but when you're in an unhealthy relationship and like you get in an argument with your man, or your girl, it just messes up your whole day. So you go to work upset and you're not operating at the best that you can at work, or you know, like anything you do, you're not doing it at 100% because in the back of your mind, you're like thinking about that fight you have with your loved one. You're thinking about, you know, whatever drama is in that unhealthy relationship. When you are single, you don't have to worry about that. So because I've been single for so long, I don't have to worry about what is he doing, who is he talking to, who is he calling, why didn't he text me back, why didn't he call me back, where is he at, who is he with. I don't have to think about those things because I have put myself in a situation where I'm like not emotionally invested in anyone. I can only be emotionally invested in myself right now. And so, you know, you can call it selfish, but I needed to take that time to just love on Bianca, to do what Bianca needs for herself, to grow, to get my career together, to just use my energy for me and only me. I'm also single because I feel like the men that I was dating, they weren't looking for the same things as I was. You know, I am now dating for a purpose. I am no longer dating just to date. I'm not dating just because I'm like, I'm bored, let's go out. No, I'm dating for a purpose. I have changed. Like, I at one point was so hurt and so damaged and so negative thinking towards love and relationships. At one point I was like, fuck love, fuck a relationship, fuck a man, I'm about to get what I can get. Men are only good for money. Men are only good for getting something out of them. But I was hurting, and hurt people. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like now that I've taken time to really self-evaluate, to understand like what is it that I want out of life? What is it that I want someone to give me, and what is it that I want to offer somebody else in return? Like, I now can say, and it's so funny because I want to say this recently happened because all of 2018 I was like, I'm doing me. You want to be I'm gonna be savage. Like, that was the mind like set that I had. But I want to say towards the end of 2018, after some things happened, and after me really kind of asking myself, what is it that I want? What do I aspire to be? And one of my role models is Michelle Obama, of course. And I look at her and she's so graceful. She's such a devoted mother and wife, a supporting mother and wife. And yes, she does have an amazing husband, and that is key as well. That is major for a woman to be able to be her best self. She needs a good man by her side as well. But what I look at her, I'm like, she's beautiful, she's smart, she's a leader, she's just an amazing woman, and I aspire to be like her. She is a wife and a mother, amongst other things, of course, but I just look at her like, wow, you know what, like, it's just so beautiful and graceful to be able to be like, I'm a wife, you know, I have a husband. It's just classy. And it's just something that I've noticed, that my group of friends, they're either divorced, single mothers who are dating. I don't really think I have any married friends, like close friends. I know people who are married, you know, outside my circle, but my immediately close friends, none of them are married. Maybe a couple of them have been married before, but most of them have never been married, or they've been married and divorced. And it really makes me question, like, what am I doing with my life? Like, who am I hanging around? What type of people am I allowing in my life? And not that I'm saying that if you're divorced or not married, you're a bad person. Clearly, I'm not. I've never even been engaged, let alone married or divorced. But what I'm saying is, like, you need to be around what you want. So my list for 2019, one of my goals is to gain new friends that have healthy marriages and healthy careers and just ambitious and doing positive things. I'm so tired of the old negative, oh my baby daddy, or oh my, you know what, I'm tired of that. Like, I want nothing but positive things in my life thus far. And so to go back into what I was saying, I have changed. All of a sudden I'm like, you know what, okay, yes, I do want a career. And I'm working towards that, and it's gonna happen. Like, my career goals is gonna happen. But at the same time, I was so stuck in a mentality that I cannot obtain a great career while in a relationship. And that's not true. What the truth is, I cannot obtain that career goal in an unhealthy relationship that's draining me and causing me insecurities and causing me drama. But with the right one, if anything, it might help me get there, because my man's going to be pushing me to go harder. He's going to be pushing me to want more. He's going to make me want more, because he sees the true value in the woman in me, the beast in me, and he's going to push it out of me, even on days that I'm like, babes, you know, like, what, like, if I, you know what I mean, like, he's gonna be like, nah, I know what you can do, I know what you deserve, you're gonna get it. And that's the type of man I want, because that's what I would do for my man, you know what I'm saying? So yes, you can still have a amazing career, a flourishing career with the right man. And this whole time I'm thinking like, fuck love, I'm about to get my career, I'm about that money, I want that bag, I need to secure my bag. But I can do that while being in a healthy relationship. I just need a healthy relationship, you know what I'm saying? Another reason why I've been single is because I have been in relationships where, although I was in a relationship, I felt single as hell and lonely as hell. I will never be in another relationship where I feel lonely. If a man is not making me feel wanted, why am I with him? Why am I in a committed relationship with a man who during the week we're together, but on the weekend you're out with your single ass friends partying it up, living that single life? I will never put myself in that situation ever again. So if I have to be single and be happy than to be lonely and sad in a relationship just to have a relationship, I would rather be single. And that's just the bottom line. Like, I have been in so many relationships where I have felt like I've cried myself to sleep. Why would I cry myself to sleep if I'm in a relationship? Makes absolutely no sense. And that's why I left. But at the same time, it's just been too many times where I have been in a relationship and felt completely alone, and more alone than I do when I'm not in a relationship. It's mind-boggling. It makes no sense to me. Like, how do you feel more alone in a relationship than you do when you're single? How is that possible? But it is, because it happened, okay? So I will never, ever allow that to happen to me again. I will sit here and I will be patient. I will be single until I meet the one that never makes me feel that way. I have wasted too much time with fuckboys, our favorite, right, girls? Like, I don't understand what it is. I feel like I attract fuckboys, okay? Yes, I do attract fuckboys, but I end up making that decision to be with them. I ignore all red flags, I ignore all my intuition, and I just go with what feels good in the moment, creating more issues, more drama, more hate for myself. And you know you're with the fuckboy. You know you're with the fuckboy. But I allowed myself to be with one for way too long, multiple ones, but I recently was just with you know, dating one, and wasted too much time. So now I feel like I have to get that time back. Let me sit back, let me chill, let me do me, and be by myself while I reevaluate myself. Like, why did I do that? What made me think that that's what I deserved? Clearly, I know I didn't deserve it because I walked away from that situation. But at the end of the day, I spent way too much time entertaining a fuckboy who had no good intentions whatsoever other than selfish intentions to make him happy and to waste my time. But I take full responsibility for it. Like, I knew what I was getting into. I questioned it, but I ignored it, and I still got into it knowing what it was, and allowed him to manipulate me into thinking that it wasn't what it was. Another reason is I'm working on self-love. I feel like in order for me to be in a healthy relationship, not only do I need an amazing man, but I also have to be whole within myself. My mom used to always tell me happiness comes from within, and I used to hate when she would say it. As an adult, now I'm like, damn, she was right. Happiness does come from within. Happiness is a choice. No matter what outside factors get in your way, try to bring you down, at the end of the day, you have the choice to be happy. And self-love is what's going to make me that perfect, well, I shouldn't say perfect, but that amazing woman for my future husband. Just like I want him to have all these qualities, the husband for me, he's praying for the woman like me. The woman like me who's going to be able to feed him the positive energy. A woman like me who's going to be able to give and pour into him as well. But how can I do that if I don't have the self-love that I need. And so lately I've been reading a lot of more books. I've been trying to do things that I keep saying I'm gonna do and been procrastinating on. I have made a goal checklist. I have gotten an organizer so that way I can be more organized and keep up with what I have to do. Like, I'm just really trying to become just this amazing woman that I am, but I'm just trying to pull her out more and just be that person that I'm trying to be, not only for my future husband, but for me as well. And it's gonna take, you know, more self-love. It's gonna take some meditation, some devotion, and sacrifices and discipline, which I lack, but I'm working on it. And that's why I'm doing this YouTube channel, because you have to have consistency, and consistency and discipline are two things that I lack in my life, and I need to change that. And so while I am working on me, my husband's working on him, okay? And I know that when we meet, if we haven't met already, that it's just going to be even more worth it when we come together and we're able to give to each other and to prosper together. Keyword, together. Ain't no I when we're together, babe. It's we. It's us. I will never be with another selfish man again in my life. If we not going somewhere, then you're not going somewhere. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like he can't have guys night out and I'm gonna have girls night out. But my thing is, like, if you're dating someone and he's going to a wedding, why would he not take you? Just saying. Red flag. It's happened to me multiple times. Oh, you're going to a wedding? Check my planner. I don't have that down in my books. Oh, that's right, because I wasn't invited. Never again. I will never. Because to me, if we're not doing life things together, what is the point of us being together? You might as well be single and I'm gonna be single, and hey, we'll kick it. But I'm not about to say we're in a committed relationship and you know, pass up a chance for a real man to come in my life because you over here playing games with me. Boy, bye. So I won't do it. I'm not going to be in a relationship with a selfish man, and I'm going to be continuously working on self-love. So the last but most important reason why I am single is because I refuse to settle. Okay, so amongst all the things that I listed today, for obvious reasons of why I'm single, I just have a fear of settling. I feel like I want too much in life, and I have a huge fear of regrets, if I haven't made that clear. And I don't want to regret getting married to somebody and feeling stuck. Like, that's been my fear since a little girl, is living a boring life and not being happy. You know what I'm saying? Although I just said happiness comes from within, but at the same time, I hate regrets. And I don't want to marry someone because we're in the heat of the moment and it sounds good and he proposed. And I'm like, yeah, I want to marry my best friend. I want us to, our paths to align. Our goals have to be aligned. You know, like, we have to both want kids. We have to both want marriage and believe in marriage and like a healthy marriage. You know, some people get married for the wrong reasons. Some people settle. They're like, oh, okay, we've been together for like such and such, or we have kids together, so we should just be together. I don't ever want that. I want to be with someone because he is obsessed with me and I'm obsessed with him, obviously in a healthy obsession, of course. I don't even know how many people in this world, but like, of all the people in the world, all these options, we choose each other, and we will choose each other every single day for the rest of our lives. Because it's a choice. Marriage is a choice. Happiness is a choice. Staying married is a choice. Until I find a man who sees the queen in me, who respects me, who honors me, who will put me first. And that's another thing. I have never had a man put me first. And I'm not saying like, if he has kids, you got to put me before your kids. Like, come on. I'm saying like, you put your friends, you put your job before me, you put going out and partying before me. I will never date another man that's out every single weekend, drinking every single weekend, partying like, no, like, where's the time for us? And that's another thing. Like, I've had men who were like, I'm busy, I don't have time. Like, okay, cool, stay busy. because I don't want a busy man. Because a man who knows what he wants, if he really wants you, he's going to make time for you. He's going to make time for what's important to him. And if you are not a priority, baby girl, keep it moving, because that's exactly what I will be doing. If I am not a priority, and I'm not saying this in a selfish way. Like, I am not the type to be like, I don't want you to go out. You have to stay with me every weekend, all weekend. I'm not selfish like that. I just demand certain things that to me should be in a relationship. Because if not, we can just talk. Why make anything serious? If you are not ready to dedicate your life to me and vice versa, like, I want someone who's like, you know what? I see her worth. She's a queen. She's a good woman. She's a good mother. Will be a good mother to my kids. She's going to be an amazing wife. She's my best friend. There's nothing in this world worth losing this woman. I got to do what I got to do to keep her. Because trust and believe, I'm going to do the same for you. So those are the reasons why I'm single. I'm sure there's like a whole shitload more I could have added to that, but those are the main 10 reasons why I am single and why I will remain single until I meet the one. So for those of you who have asked, are you single by choice? Yes. Yes, I am. Because I choose to not settle. I choose to be able to be a priority in a man's life. I choose to be in a healthy relationship rather than unhealthy relationships I have been in. And I choose me. And when you choose yourself and when you love yourself and you know you're a king, you will be on the same level and be ready to meet a queen such as I. So until then, guys, you know, I just choose to be single. And I hope this video kind of helps anybody who's struggling with the same thing, seeing all these relationships on Instagram and social media that looks like it's so perfect, and the grass always looks greener on the other side. But let me tell you right now, it is better to be single than in an unhealthy relationship, in an abusive relationship, a cheating, lying, manipulative relationship. I will be single for as long as I can or have to be until I find a man who is willing to give me what I deserve. It is not even about what I want. It's about the fact that I deserve these things. I did not list not one thing that was materialistic. I didn't. I didn't say I want a man to take me on trips, a man to buy me a car, a man to buy me a purse, a man to buy me some shoes, a man to pay my bills, a man to put a roof over my head, a man. I did not name one thing that had to do with materialistic things or money. It was all things that I feel like every queen and every king deserves. True love, a healthy relationship, support, positive energy, bringing out someone to bring out the best in you and to feed your soul, someone who's going to be your best friend, to be in the same level as you, lift you up, encourage you, not bring drama, and make you a priority. Is that too much to ask for? I think not. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Ciao.